Welcome back to Car Scope, where we break down the newest machines on the road with more detail and more honesty than anyone else on YouTube. Today we're taking a deep dive into the 2026 Lexus ES350, a car that has spent decades as the go-to choice for drivers who want quiet luxury, rock-solid reliability, and an ownership experience that's about as stress-free as it gets. Lexus claims the 2026 model is their most refined S yet, and after spending time with it on the road, in the city, and across highways, there's a lot to uncover. As the camera circles the car, the first thing you notice is how Lexus has evolved the S's design without losing its signature identity. The front end now features a more sculpted interpretation of the familiar spindle grille, trimmed down and cleaner than before. Instead of the aggressive, angular look Lexus is known for, the 2026 S leans toward elegance. The grille lines are smoother, the surround is more subtle, and the mesh pattern blends almost seamlessly into the front fascia. The LED headlights have been sharpened, with a slimmer shape that gives the car a more focused, confident expression. Lexus added micro-projector technology to those lights for improved nighttime clarity, and they come with adaptive bending that follows the road as you turn. The hood features two gentle contour lines that rise from the grille and fade toward the windshield, creating a sense of motion even when the car is standing still. The overall face of the 2026 S is less aggressive, more mature, and noticeably more premium. Moving along the side, the profile carries the classic S proportions, long, smooth, and slightly coupe-like thanks to the roof line that tapers gently into the rear deck. But Lexus has refined the surfaces this time. The 2026 model has tighter character lines that follow the doors and rear fenders, creating subtle highlights as the sun moves across the car. The chrome trim along the windows is now thinner, giving the side glass a cleaner outline. The door handles are flush style with smart access built in, and the mirrors have been reshaped for better aerodynamics and reduced wind noise at highway speeds. Depending on the trim, you get redesigned 18 or 19-inch wheels, both of which feature a multi-spoke pattern that fits the S's luxury personality without trying too hard to look sporty. The stance is balanced, understated, and unmistakably Lexus. The rear view is where the 2026 S makes one of its biggest style jumps. The taillights now run across the trunk with a single continuous LED light bar, connecting both ends in a smooth red arc. The Lexus logo has been replaced with the full Lexus word mark, which looks more modern and is easier to read from a distance. The bumper has been reshaped with cleaner lines and softer transitions, and the exposed exhaust tips seen on older models are gone. Everything is integrated and tucked away for a more refined look. Even the trunk opening has been slightly widened to improve practicality, something owners of older S generations often asked for. Overall, the back end feels more contemporary and more in line with Lexus's newer design language. Inside the cabin, the 2026 S350 continues to demonstrate why this model has such a loyal fan base. When you step in, the first thing you notice is how exceptionally quiet it is. Lexus added additional insulation, thicker acoustic glass, and new door seals, and the difference is immediate. The dash has been redesigned with a more horizontal layout, reducing clutter and making the cabin feel more spacious. The center display is now a massive 14-inch touchscreen, responsive, sharp, and finally placed where it's easy to reach. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, and the Lexus interface has been updated with quicker menu transitions and a more intuitive layout. The materials throughout cabin feel legitimately premium. The leather on the seats is smoother and more supple than before, the stitching is more precise, and the wood and metallic trim options look more natural and less glossy. The ambient lighting system now offers multiple themes that gently illuminate the lower dash, door panels, and center console without distracting the driver at night. The seats are among the most comfortable in the segment, offering excellent cushioning and support even on long trips. Lexus has improved the ventilation system too, making the heated and cooled seats respond faster. Rear passengers get generous legroom, as expected from the S, and the seats recline slightly for added comfort. The panoramic sunroof lets more light into the cabin and gives the interior an airy, open feel. On the tech side, the digital instrument cluster is crisp and customizable. You get a head-up display with better brightness and more configurable information, including navigation prompts and safety alerts. Lexus also upgraded the Mark Levinson sound system, adding more speakers and improving the clarity of the low-end frequencies. For drivers who appreciate quiet refinement paired with deep, rich audio, this system is one of the best in the segment. Under the hood, the 2026 S350 continues with the well-known 3.5-liter V6 engine, delivering around 302 horsepower and paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Some buyers were hoping for a new turbocharged powertrain, but Lexus is sticking with what has proven to be incredibly reliable and smooth over the years. The power delivery is quiet, linear, and consistent, with enough punch for quick merges and effortless highway passing. The transmission shifts cleanly and smartly, rarely hunting for gears, and the new programming keeps the engine at lower RPMs during cruising to enhance smoothness and fuel efficiency. Lexus has also refined the suspension for 2026. The standard setup absorbs bumps better and feels more composed over rough pavement. The F-Sport handling model adds adaptive dampers and tighter tuning for drivers who want a slightly firmer and more responsive experience. The steering is light but accurate, making the S easy to maneuver in tight spaces and relaxing to drive at speed. This isn't a sports sedan, and it doesn't try to be, but it delivers calm, confident performance with the premium feel. Safety technology has been expanded with the latest Lexus Safety System Plus features. You get improved lane tracing, enhanced adaptive cruise control, collision avoidance with better pedestrian and cyclist detection, and a new driver monitoring system that uses infrared sensors to ensure the driver is alert. Parking assist, panoramic cameras, rear automatic braking, and cross-traffic detection all work smoothly and quietly in the background. In terms of pricing, the 2026 Lexus S350 starts around the low to mid $46,000 range depending on configuration, with higher trims like Ultra Luxury and F-Sport handling moving into the low $50,000s. Considering the level of reliability, comfort, and luxury the S delivers, it remains one of the strongest value propositions in the mid-size luxury sedan segment. Ownership costs have historically been lower than almost every competitor, and Lexus's reputation for long-term durability gives this car an advantage that few manufacturers can match. As the video comes to a close, the camera pans across the S parked beside a lakeside road at sunset, the LED light bar glowing softly in the fading light. The narrator speaks over the final shots, explaining that the 2026 Lexus S350 isn't about chasing trends or outperforming rivals in horsepower numbers. It's about delivering serenity, refinement, and reliability in a way few brands can replicate. Lexus has taken an already beloved formula and polished it even further. A smoother ride quality, cleaner technology, quieter cabin, and more premium design. For drivers who value peace, comfort, and long-term dependability, the 2026 S350 remains a standout choice. Thanks for watching Car Scope. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more detailed reviews like this one, make sure you hit subscribe, tap the bell, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, drive safe and stay curious about the machines that move us.